Vamos nós para o Starfield. Vou ter que voltar um pouquinho ao save porque agora eu aprendi a lidar com a nave. Eu acho. Cara, o ruim é isso, cara. No meu computador, no outro computador tem que jogar no baixo. No computador itinerante, porque aí ele tem uma placa de vídeo mais fraquinha e tal. Aí eu vou jogar aqui na minha placa de vídeo melhor. Ele muda tudo pra baixo de novo, cara. A configuração toda bonitinha que eu fiz. De arma aqui.
That was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constellation. You're part of this now. Marvelous.
Oh, no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
All right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list. How about I stay and I send your Dusty here in my place? I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. Soon as he touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things.
Eu agradeço por tudo, Lynn. Enquanto a mina, vocês não precisam de mim.
Now that we've been attacked, we've got to pack up and move on.
Tá bom.
Argos will come for the rest of us. You get going. Just go. before I say something I regret.
Well, now that that's settled. Vasco, get him to the lodge. No deviations unless absolutely necessary, okay? Protocol Indigo.
Indigo? Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time.
Uau, smartwatch.
Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, questions?
Tá, a primeira questão, eu ganhei um relógio que marca a hora. Mas como eu vivo em diversos planetas diferentes no jogo, qual o conceito de hora que se usa no espaço?
Come on. You really not at all curious about that light and music show you experienced? Why it only affected you? Because if you didn't notice, we've all been handling it since with no problem. The way I see it, Constellation needs that artifact, but they also need you. This mystery is only getting bigger each step we take. And you're part of it now. Technically, it's not even mine. Consider it alone. Vasco will keep you on course. Besides, I'm making an exception since you can tell Constellation about that vision you had.
Quem é você? O que é a
See,
constelação?
that's the problem with the settled systems. Too easy to take everything for granted. While everyone else is busy playing politics, we're the ones braving the unknown, charting the vastness of space. Without us, the galaxy is just a big room with the lights turned out. That, my friend, is the million-credit question. And Constellation can find the answer. With your help. They're just following the loot, like pirates do. And I have something of a reputation as a loot collector. And Vasco,
You go in.
don't let him break my
Staying around
ship.
isn't helping us out any. Go. Make the delivery with Constellation. This is all one big write-off now.
We're still in one piece. Oh, God. I'm gonna throw up.
It appears you are the new captain of the frontier.
Sim, sou eu.
Just up the ramp, Captain. I'll be in the external robotics bay. Captain, I assume you know how to fly a Class A starship. As Barrett likes to say, it's as easy as learning to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties.
You know the drill, Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no dalliances. In short, no fun. Unless, as strictly defined by Sarah, said deviations, distractions, and dalliances are completely necessary in getting this fine vessel, the Discovery-class Starship Frontier, back home in one piece. I guess I'm still technically borrowing it from Constellation, even if I have no intention of actually giving it back.
Só a privada, a tampa da privada, meu querido, olha só. Isso é porco.
Well, hey there, irate pirates. Looks like you finally did it. Boarded my ship, scrapped my bot, ripped those beautiful brown eyes out of my adorably cherubic face. And then you discovered the guy you had pegged as a treasure hunter doesn't actually have any treasure. Not anymore. It's true. I may have had a pricey trinket or two when I evaded your sorry asses at Kumazi, but brother had to buy fuel. So you get nothing, except my ghost. Because I am gonna haunt your asses till the end of your days. Which, for a Crimson Fleet pirate, is about, what, another week?
Vamos voar.
Shields ready. The rest is up to you. Now that we are in orbit, it might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems and we'll be on our way. Pilot, are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can log in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline.
Agora tá tudo funcionando bem.
On surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains. jumping into our location, Captain.
Ai, que lerdeza! Cadê você? Morre!
The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated. At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of
Aê, para!
perfect staging area for pirates.
Viagem para Crete. Vamos lá. Voe pelas estrelas. Afaste a câmera para ver todo o sistema estelar, para ver todas as estrelas no sistema colonizado. Define uma rota escolhendo o sistema estelar como destino. Há um limite para o número de anos-luz que sua nave consegue dobrar de uma vez só. Então pode ser preciso fazer mais de uma parada para alcançar sistemas estelares mais distantes. Ok. Vamos lá.
We have arrived in orbit. The abandoned facility with our Crimson Fleet captain is on the surface.
usa isso.
Eradicate them.
Para, Vasco! Para, Vasco! Não cega! Volta aqui, eu quase escaneei eles. Vasco, para, cara! Você tá doido? Calma! Calma!
Violence significantly decreases one's life expectancy.
Ô Vasco, tô cega, deixa as criaturas em paz. Vambora! Será que eu fui pro lugar errado? Porque tá planando pra nave? pra onde eu tenho que ir. Por que ele tá me mandando voltar? Sim. Pô, tá fazendo uma falta um veículozinho aqui, né? Faltou. na geladeira. Jardim Zen. Ai, que susto. Que bicho feio. Termossuga. Novo começo. Nossa, pessoal usa e-mail nesse tempo ainda. Não acredito, recebi a publicação. A divisão da Xenomada da União das Colônias já é oficial. Nem imagino a quantidade de burocracia que eles tiveram que encarar no tanque. Mas já era a hora. Eu vou poder fazer parte disso desde o começo. Meu cargo oficial vai ser de técnico assistente de xenobiologia e vou partir 3 dias e vou partir em 3 dias. A Amanda ficou chateada, mas eu garanti que eu vou voltar, blá blá blá. Ainda não. Tá. Eles entregaram mais a melhor forma na nação. Extensão de HD antigo, por quê? Ah, cacete, susto. Cara, isso é iniciante, eu não entendi como é que isso funciona.
relay has been trashed. The whole room is trashed. We can't call for help. I can hear the terror morph roaring somewhere. And more people screaming. God.
You gotta be kidding me. The Frontier has a new captain? You working with Barrett, or did you pry the ship keys out of his cold, dead hands? We don't have a problem with Barrett. We want that ship, the Frontier. If you're the captain of it now, that means we're after you. Oh, no. You see, maybe your colleague Barrett didn't tell you, but there's a bit of a legend surrounding that ship. That constellation keeps treasure hidden in the cargo bays, the loot from 100 planets, and it's going to be ours.
That statement is partially correct. The Frontier has been to many planets and moons, but the only things held in the cargo bays are spare parts, dust, desiccated food particles, and a variety of species of ant.
I don't care what kind of lies Barrett programmed that robot to say. We're taking that ship. You're not talking us out of this score. So you got past a few rooks. Who cares? They aren't? You sure? No, that can't be right. I'm not falling for that. That's got ambush written all over it. I've heard enough out of you. Kill them!
Captain, the call dictates that I am to return to the lodge with no deviations. We are here to treat. We should now be free to travel to Constellation's headquarters without Crimson Fleet interference.
Of New Atlantis. Do not worry. This will all become second nature before too long.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Pousando em Nova Atlantis.
Violence imminent.
Duas. Do menino, tá doido, não sabe não. Eita! Susto, Vasco.
The enemy is approaching. Exterior plating damaged. overloaded.
Não dá? Ele quer te matar, você quer estudar o bicho, ele tá querendo lá te fuder. Desculpe o Huawei. Eu só queria estudar você. É fácil, você me dá susto, para. Porra. Dá dessa viagem aqui. Nossa. Difícil.
guess? Protocol Indigo again?
Uncanny.
And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo. I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. I'm sure you can find something you like. I'm sure you can find something you like. Okay, no problem. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Hey, you're kind of breaking my concentration here.
Hey, what can I do for you?
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered.
Tirar um pouco dessa roupa, né?
We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead.
I'm busy at the moment.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Você está na cidade de Nova Atlântida, a capital da União das Colônias e, para muitos, de todos os sistemas colonizados. Essa é a cidade mais tecnologicamente avançada que a raça humana já conheceu e construiu. Nova Atlântida foi fundada no ano de 2156, o mesmo em que chegamos pela primeira vez ao sistema estelar Alpha Centauri. Se você mora aqui, já deve conhecer bem seu fantástico lar. E se está para sair, sua visita é uma honra para a União das Colônias, que lhe tratará com maior respeito. Nossos oficiais de segurança atenciosos e capacitados patrulham toda a cidade para garantir que sua estada em Nova Atlanta seja agradável, lícita e produtiva. Então, enquanto passeia pelas ruas ou faz uma viagem de net, saiba que você está no seio da União das Colônias e que melhor lugar não há. Nós somos os filhos da Terra. A União das Colônias foi estabelecida como entidade no ano de 2159, no planeta Terra, como forma de unificar a raça humana em nossa expansão às estrelas. Nosso objetivo era desbravar e colonizar pacificamente o espaço, trabalhando em harmonia com todos os que desejassem cruzar o mar escuro rumo a novos horizontes. Em 2161, nós decretamos a proclamação de Centauri, que formalizou a colonização de planetas distantes por todos que desejassem realizá-la. Infelizmente, nem todos partilhavam do nosso sonho. Quando os sistemas dos colonizadores foram tomados por guerras, a União das Colônias se manteve firme para defender os humanos e seu direito de colonizar honestamente. E então, quando nosso amado planeta natal se tornou inabitável no ano de 2203, a União das Colônias compreendeu sua responsabilidade sagrada, ser a guardiã da Terra, dos artefatos, dos ideais, das culturas e dos povos dela. Em vista disso, embora esta seja a cidade de Nova Atlântida, localizada no planeta Jameson do Sistema Solar Alpha Centauri, saiba que, para todos os efeitos, você está na Terra. E a Terra cuida dos seus. Até o cu que cuida. Aqui em Nova Atlântida, cidadãos ou visitantes podem encontrar praticamente todos os serviços que possam imaginar. Desde um café fresquinho até uma reconstrução corporal completa. Temos de tudo. A seguir temos uma lista das corporações e empreendimentos que encontrarão um lar em Nova Atlântida. O local do distrito está indicado entre parênteses. Café Terra Brew, Espaçoporto Comercial. Jameson Mercantile, Espaçoporto. Taverna Portovisa, Espaçoporto. Arsenal Centauro, Residencial. Radiant Medical, Residencial. Enhance, Comercial. Chunks, Residencial. CJ, Residencial. 8 Cloutier, Residencial. Outland, Comercial. Jakes, o Poço. Apex Electronics, o Poço. Aqui em Nova Atlântida você encontrará uma grande variedade de instalações com diversas funções e serviços disponíveis. Gold Bank, comercial. ANSC, comercial. Autoridade Comercial, o Poço. Igreja Sanctum Universum, o Poço. Casa Iluminista, o Poço. Embaixada da Confederação Freestar, o Poço. Nossa, o lugar é movimentado, o Poço. Embaixada da Casa Varum, TAMC. Sede corporativa da Infinity Limitada, comercial. Enfermaria, o Poço. Excedentes da UC, o Poço.
It's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Buddy, it's coffee. Pick one, get out of the way, and let us get on with our lives.
Welcome to Terra Brew.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks. Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help you? Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite. Certainly. Please take your time.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Latest concert of Hazani Luxury.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power. We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
Peguei a Nova Atlântida num dia feio. Isso. Fala, Will, agora que eu vi sua mensagem aqui, fi. Cara, eu comecei a jogar agora, mas tá legal, tô gostando. Eu gosto de jogo de exploração espacial, gosto de ficção científica. Se tiver uma história boa, melhor ainda.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
You two keep going on like this. I'm banning wages. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation, Sarah, that's all.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett? Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question. I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Não! Vou correr. Mentira, vou colocar aqui.
That's it.
Nossa senhora. Soltou com a delicadeza, né, meu querido?
We thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. Fair enough, but you need a place to stay in the city, right? Why don't you settle in here? We owe you that much. Come find me when you're ready. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Hope you've got your pen at the ready. Artifacts won't find themselves, and us going after them means fuel, repair costs, the occasional.
Good thing you've got me around. Who knows how you get by on your own?
You don't.
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits. Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet. Okay, that's all right. Maybe you weren't supposed to. Maybe it'll make sense later. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Take care of yourself.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Esse é dormir, né, meu
I
filho?
suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects. If you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud-Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud-Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud-Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now, I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else. Until next time.
Você é dono do banco, não tem um pijama? Porqueira? Ah, mas onde é a minha cama? É aqui.
have been informed that I remain preoccupied with Constellation's work, which renders me cantankerous. It has been determined that for a long time...
I am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Yeah.
Hello there, Pastor.
That scientist out in front.
Hallo.
Staring at trees. Sounds upset.
Listen.
Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Service with a smile.
About transferring to the subdivision.
So after an hour of whining, I'm so behind. You know, I went to chef school. This ain't exactly where I saw myself.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
I need to borrow your ship this weekend. Is that okay? I don't know.
Hey.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon. Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found, trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? Pleasure doing business with you. You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care. Oh, well, certainly. Right. Come back if you need something else.
Joke. So those Varun zealots worship a snake.
I don't mean to be pushy, but I really do need those sensors, and quickly. So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just a moment. It is working, isn't it? There it is. Now, let's see. This is... well, it's... oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Well, from a certain point of view. In an, admittedly, somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Continuo